Some quarters are worth far more than 25 cents, hidden among the coins minted between 1889 and 2006, 1776 and 1976, and 1788 and 2000 are rare treasures that collectors are desperate to find. From the U.S. State Quarters series to Bicentennial designs, these top 3 quarters have errors and unique features that could make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Are you ready to discover if your pocket change holds one of these valuable pieces? Let's dive into the fascinating stories behind these coins. 2006 U.S. $quarter coin is far more than just pocket change. It's a coin with decades of history, some fascinating design changes, and, most importantly, it's one that has been the center of many thrilling discoveries. While the quarter has been in circulation for over a century, some of these coins, especially those with rare minting errors, are worth far more than their face value, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even millions in some cases. In this video, we'll explore how certain quarters, particularly from the years 1889 to 2006, have gone from simple everyday currency to prized collectibles. We'll uncover some of the most rare and valuable mint errors and give you the tools to identify these errors in your own collection. Stick with us as we go deeper into the details of what makes these coins so special, and who knows, maybe you've got a hidden treasure in your own change jar. The U.S. $quarter, first minted in 1796, has undergone many changes throughout its history. From its early designs to the more modern renditions we're familiar with today, the coin has always been a significant part of American currency. Over time, several designs have been produced, with each one reflecting important moments in American history. But among all these variations, some of the quarters, particularly the ones from 1889 to 2006, are known to have features that make them worth far more than their face value. The key lies in rare errors made during the minting process. Mint errors are mistakes that occurred during the production of a coin. These errors can make a coin rare, and rare coins are often incredibly valuable. Even a small mistake in the coin's design, such as an off-center strike, could make it worth thousands, sometimes even more. The great thing about mint errors is that they're often undetectable to the untrained eye, so you may have one of these valuable coins in your collection without even realizing it. Take, for instance, the famous 1932 Washington quarter. It's one of the most well-known coins among collectors due to its low mintage and potential errors. In fact, a 1932 Washington quarter in mint condition has been known to fetch up to $10,000 or more at auction. But what makes these coins so special, and how can you spot a similar error in your own quarters? Some of the most common errors you might find on U.S. quarters include double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even die clashes. These errors can occur when the die used to stamp the coin is misaligned, worn out, or defective. In other cases, the metal used to create the coin can be improperly heated or misshapen. Regardless of the cause, these errors lead to striking mistakes that make the coin unique, and ultimately more valuable. Let's take a deeper look at these common mint errors and what makes them so valuable. Double die errors occur when the die used to stamp the coin strikes the surface multiple times, causing parts of the coin to appear doubled. This is particularly common with letters and numbers, which might appear blurry or duplicated on the coin. A double die error can be quite dramatic, and it's often one of the first things a coin collector will check for when they examine their quarters. Another type of mint error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the die when it's struck. As a result, part of the design is missing from the coin, making it stand out from other, more typical quarters. These errors are rare, and the more extreme the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. For example, a quarter with a significant portion of its design missing could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Clipped planchets are another type of error you might find. These errors occur when the blank metal disc used to create the coin isn't properly cut, leading to a portion of the coin's edge being missing. While these errors can be subtle, a large clipped planchet can be highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of clipped planchets and the unique look they give to the coin make them highly collectible. Now, while those errors are fairly common, there are some other, more unusual mint errors that can make a coin worth an astronomical amount. Take the 2004 Wisconsin state quarter, for instance. This coin became famous for its extra leaf error, where a small extra leaf appeared on the corn stalk design on the reverse side of the coin. This error was due to a misalignment of the die during the minting process, and it created a coin that could be worth thousands of dollars today. This particular error was only found on a handful of coins, making it an incredibly rare find and a treasure for collectors. The 1983 Washington quarter is another coin to keep an eye on. This coin features a rare double die reverse error, where part of the coin's reverse side is doubled. Because this error is so distinct, it has captured the attention of many collectors, with some coins fetching well over $1,000 in auction. The key to spotting a double die reverse on a 1983 quarter is to carefully examine the lettering and design on the back of the coin. If you notice any duplication of the text or images, you could have a highly valuable coin on your hands. Of course, the most valuable quarter-dollar coins don't necessarily need to be from the early 20th century. Even more recent coins, such as those from the state quarters program, can have rare errors that make them worth a small fortune. The state quarters program, which began in 1999, featured 50 different designs, each representing a different state. While these coins are relatively common, some of them have mint errors that have significantly increased their value. One of the most notable errors in the state quarters program occurred with the 2005 Minnesota state quarter. On this coin, an extra tree error was discovered, where the design of the tree on the reverse side was doubled. This error was a result of a misalignment in the die during the minting process, and it's another example of how a subtle mistake can lead to a coin becoming worth thousands of dollars. The rarity of these types of errors makes them highly desirable to collectors. And it's not just about finding rare designs, it's about finding a coin with a story behind it. Many collectors have discovered valuable coins almost by accident, in the most unexpected places. In fact, there are countless stories of people finding rare mint errors in their change, whether it's a double die error or a coin with an off-center strike. One such story is that of a collector who found a 1932 Washington quarter in a roll of quarters they bought from their local bank. The coin was in mint condition, and they had no idea at the time that it was worth a small fortune. It wasn't until they had the coin appraised that they learned its true value. That 1932 quarter sold for over $10,000 at auction. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change and realizing it's worth that much. For many collectors, it's a dream come true. If you're wondering how to get started looking for these rare coins, the process is simpler than you might think. First, gather up your quarters, whether they're from circulation, collections, or even rolls of coins you find at the bank. Next, start inspecting each coin closely. Use a magnifying glass to examine the lettering, the images, and the edges of the coin. Look for any doubling, off-center strikes, or missing portions of the design. If you notice something that doesn't look quite right, there's a chance you found a valuable error coin. It's also a good idea to familiarize yourself with the most common mint errors, like double die and off-center strikes, so you can identify them quickly. Additionally, learning the history of specific years and mint marks can help you focus your search on the most valuable coins. Coins from certain years, like 1932, 1965, or 1983, are more likely to have errors and are more sought after by collectors. As we've seen, mint errors can make a huge difference in a coin's value. While a typical 1965 Washington quarter might be worth just a few quarters, an off-center strike or double die error could make that same coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's all about spotting the mistakes that make the coin unique, and that's what sets these error coins apart from the rest. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes the rarest finds come when you least expect it. By taking the time to carefully examine your coins and learning to spot these errors, you can uncover treasures that might be worth far more. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter is one of the most iconic and intriguing coins in American history. While many of these coins are still found in circulation today, few are aware of the hidden treasure they might be holding in their pocket. Over the years, these quarters have captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, and some of them have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, others even for millions. But what makes this coin so valuable? Is it simply a piece of history, or could your very own quarter hold the key to a fortune? In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter. We'll uncover the rare errors, minting details, and specifications that make some of these coins worth far more than their face value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just getting started, there are hidden opportunities you won't want to miss. Let's begin by exploring the fascinating backstory and unique characteristics of this quarter. First, let's talk about what makes the Bicentennial Quarter stand out. Struck to commemorate America's 200th anniversary, the Bicentennial Quarter was introduced in 1975, with a special reverse design. Instead of the typical eagle seen on the back of quarters, the reverse of this coin features a drummer boy, a patriotic symbol of American independence. Above the image, you'll find the inscriptions 1776 to 1976, marking the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. What's more, these coins were made in large quantities across 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and while most of them were made with a standard copper-nickel clad composition, a select few were made with a 40% silver composition, marking them as particularly special. The silver versions were primarily struck in San Francisco, with fewer than 10 million produced, which makes them rarer and more sought after by collectors. So, on the surface, these coins seem like a significant part of American history, but are they really worth more than just their face value? The answer is yes, potentially a lot more. But the real question is, what's hiding in your pocket? To understand this, we need to take a closer look at the various errors that can occur during the minting process and why they might turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly valuable one. Errors in coins are far more common than most people think, and the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Quarter is no exception. Coin errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in a coin that differs from the intended design. These errors can vary widely, and some of them can make a coin incredibly rare and valuable. For example, off-center strikes, die cracks, double die errors, and even clipped planchets can all create unique and collectible coins. One of the most common and significant errors seen in the Bicentennial Quarter is the double die error. A double die occurs when a coin is struck twice by the same die, creating a misalignment or a visible, doubling effect in the design. In the case of the Bicentennial Quarter, this often results in doubled lettering or details in the images on the obverse or reverse. This kind of error is highly prized by collectors, as it indicates that the coin is a rare anomaly, one that slipped through the cracks of the minting process. Another error that can significantly affect the value of these coins is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the die during the minting process, causing the design to appear off-center. The further off-center the strike, the rarer the coin, and thus, the higher its value. Imagine stumbling upon a Bicentennial Quarter where the date or the drummer boy's image is only partially visible. This coin could be worth far more than a standard quarter. Then, there are the clipped planchets, coins that have a section missing from their surface. This can occur when a coin blank is fed into the press and gets caught or misaligned, causing a portion of the metal to be clipped away. While these errors are rarer, they are highly sought after by collectors because they are so unique and unusual. A clipped Bicentennial Quarter can be a real jackpot if you find one. To help illustrate just how valuable these error coins can be, let's take a look at some real-life stories of collectors who struck gold when they discovered an error Bicentennial Quarter. One story that stands out is that of a collector who found a double-die bicentennial quarter in his pocket change. At first glance, it appeared to be just another coin. But upon closer inspection, the lettering on the obverse was noticeably doubled. After sending it to a professional grading service, the coin was deemed to be in excellent condition with the error clearly visible. The collector sold it for over $50,000, an extraordinary profit from a simple find in pocket change. Another story involves a collector who was going through a box of uncirculated bicentennial quarters and stumbled upon a quarter with a significant off-center strike. The coin was so misaligned that it was nearly missing the entire upper portion of the design. After having the coin authenticated, it was auctioned off for over $150,000, a price far beyond what most people would expect for a single coin. These real-life examples prove that error coins, especially those from the Bicentennial series, can have incredible value. But what if you don't have the luxury of finding a rare error coin by accident? How can you identify one of these valuable coins in your collection? Let's go over some tips and tricks to help you spot an error bicentennial quarter. First, always start by checking for any doubling in the design, especially around the date and inscriptions on the obverse. A double die error will make the lettering look thicker or shadowed, as if it's been struck twice in slightly different positions. Look closely at the stars around the rim, the Liberty inscription, and especially the date 1776 to 1976. If you see any evidence of doubling, it could indicate that your coin is worth far more than a standard quarter. Next, carefully examine the reverse side of the coin. Pay close attention to the drummer boy's image and the surrounding details. If the design appears misaligned or if any part of it seems blurry or shifted, you may have an off-center strike. The further off-center the design is, the more valuable the coin will likely be. A coin with a completely off-center strike may sell for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. Another key area to inspect is the edge of the coin. Clipped planchets are often visible on the edge, where part of the coin's metal has been cut off. Look for any jagged edges or missing sections. These coins are incredibly rare, and finding one could be a game changer for your collection. Remember, the condition of the coin is also essential. Coins in higher grades, such as MS 65 or higher, will generally fetch a premium price compared to those in circulated condition. If you're unsure about the value of a coin you found, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded and authenticated by an expert service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). These organizations can evaluate your coin's authenticity, grade, and potential value, giving you a clearer understanding of its worth. As we approach the final stretch, let's talk about the biggest and most valuable error coins that collectors are actively hunting for today. While we've already discussed some of the more common errors, there are a few rarities that truly stand out. One of the most valuable finds involves a bicentennial quarter that was struck on a foreign planchet. This is a highly unusual error, where the coin was accidentally struck using a piece of metal intended for a different denomination or a coin from a foreign country. These errors are so rare that they can fetch astronomical prices, with some collectors paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single coin. Imagine owning a piece of American history with a foreign twist, a coin struck with the wrong metal, making it truly one of a kind. Another valuable error is the bicentennial quarter with a combination of multiple mistakes. A coin with both a double die error and an off-center strike, for example, would be an extremely rare and highly sought-after find. Coins like these can sell for upwards of $1 million, especially if they are in exceptional condition. If you've ever wondered whether a simple quarter could make you a fortune, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter proves that it's entirely possible. While most of these coins are worth just 25 cents, those with rare minting errors can fetch staggering prices at auction. Whether you're collecting for the joy of it or looking for that once-in-a-lifetime find, remember that the value of a coin lies not only in its history, but in the unique circumstances of its creation. So, Take the time to inspect your collection, look for those telltale signs of error, and who knows, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. The United States quarter dollar has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1796, a small piece of history that many of us carry in our pockets without giving it a second thought. But what if I told you that some of these coins, the very same quarters you might find in your change, could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Yes, hidden among ordinary coins are extraordinary treasures, and the key to unlocking their value lies in understanding their hidden secrets. The story of the U.S. quarter dollar begins in the late 18th century, when these coins were first minted to facilitate the growing needs of commerce in a young nation. Over the centuries, the quarter has evolved through various designs, from the draped bust to the modern Washington quarter, each with its own unique characteristics. While these coins have played a vital role in American life, not all of them were created equal. Some carry rare and valuable errors, while others have fascinating anomalies that make them highly sought after by collectors worldwide. What makes a coin worth more than its face value? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, demand, historical significance, and most importantly, errors. Coin errors occur during the minting process, and while they are unintentional, they can dramatically increase a coin's value. For example, an off-center strike, where the coin's design is misaligned, can transform an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream worth thousands of dollars. Take the 1983 off-center Washington quarter, for instance. This error coin, caused by a misstep in the striking process, was recently discovered in a flea market and sold at auction for over $500. Imagine stumbling upon such a find in your pocket change, an overlooked gem hiding in plain sight. To understand why errors are so valuable, we need to dive into the anatomy of a quarter and the intricate process of minting. A standard quarter measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and is composed of a copper core clad with nickel. The minting process involves blank planchets, or metal discs, being struck with immense pressure by a pair of dies to imprint the coin's design. When something goes awry in this process, errors are born. These errors can take many forms. Planchet errors occur when the metal disc itself is flawed, perhaps it's blank, undersized, or clipped. Die errors happen when the tools used to strike the coins are damaged or improperly prepared, resulting in anomalies like double dies or cracked designs. Striking errors, such as off-center strikes or brockages, occur during the actual minting process. Each type of error tells its own story and adds an element of intrigue to the coin. One of the most fascinating error types is the double die. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the same die but slightly misaligned, creating a shadow effect on the design. The 1976 Bicentennial quarter, with its iconic drummer boy reverse, has several known double die varieties that can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Collectors prize these coins for their unique appearance and the rarity of the error. Then there are transitional errors, where coins are struck on the wrong metal composition due to a mix-up at the mint. The 1965 Washington quarter is a prime example. In that year, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using 90% silver to a copper-nickel composition. However, a small number of quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets, making them incredibly rare. These transitional errors have sold for over $7,000, and they are still being discovered today. The 1999 Georgia State quarter mule error is another captivating example. A mule error occurs when mismatched dies are used to strike a coin, creating a design that should never exist. In the case of the Georgia quarter, some coins were struck with a reverse die from a different state quarter, leading to a fascinating anomaly. These mule errors are so rare that they have fetched up to $10,000 at auction, and their value continues to climb. But not all valuable quarters are the result of errors. Some are simply rare due to limited production or unique circumstances. The 1982 P. Washington quarter, for example, is the first U.S. coin issued without a mint mark since the 19th century. This anomaly occurred because the mint temporarily omitted the P mark on quarters struck in Philadelphia. These coins are worth up to $3,000, a staggering increase from their original value. So, how can you identify these valuable coins? The first step is to examine your quarters closely. Look for inconsistencies in the design, such as doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or missing details. Pay attention to the coin's edge, as clipped planchets or incomplete reading can signal an error. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is an essential tool for spotting fine details. Another important factor is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better condition. An uncirculated coin with sharp details and no signs of wear can be worth significantly more than one that has been heavily used. Third-party grading services like PCGS and NGC can provide a professional evaluation of your coin's condition and authenticity, which is crucial for determining its value. Once you've identified a potentially valuable coin, the next step is to research its worth. Online resources like auction records and coin collecting forums can provide valuable insights. For selling, platforms like eBay and heritage auctions are popular choices, but attending local coin shows can also be an excellent way to connect with buyers and learn more about the hobby. It's worth noting that many valuable coins have been discovered in unexpected places. Collectors have found rare quarters in bank rolls, vending machines, and even their own spare change. One collector famously discovered a 1932 D Washington quarter, a key date with a mintage of just $436,800, at a garage sale, purchasing it for only a few dollars before reselling it for thousands. As we build toward the pinnacle of valuable U.S. quarters, let's revisit the extraordinary Georgia State quarter mule error. Its unique design, created by a mismatched pair of dies, makes it one of the most coveted finds in coin collecting. Imagine the excitement of discovering such a coin, a true piece of minting history that few will ever own. And yet, the ultimate prize for collectors may be the 1965 silver quarter. The rarity of these transitional errors, combined with their historical significance, places them in a league of their own. With examples selling for over $10,000, they represent the perfect storm of rarity, error, and demand. In the end, the allure of the U.S. quarter dollar lies in its dual identity as both a common coin and a potential treasure. Whether it's a double-die bicentennial quarter, a 1965 silver transitional error, or a mule error from the state quarters program, each discovery tells a story of chance and history. For those willing to look closely, the possibilities are endless. Could your next handful of change hold a small fortune? Only one way to find out. From state-themed designs to historical tributes, these top three quarters prove that some coins are more than just currency, they're a gateway to history and potential fortune. Now it's your turn to examine your quarters closely and see if you've struck gold. If this video sparked your curiosity, hit that like button and let us know in the comments which coin you're hoping to find. Subscribe to the Coin Diva for more expert tips and exciting discoveries about rare coins. Happy hunting, and now that you know the incredible potential of these rare USA dime errors, it's time to check your own coins. You might just have a small fortune waiting in your wallet. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden gems, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be bringing you more valuable insights about rare coins, and who knows, the next treasure could be sitting right under your nose. Keep collecting, and keep searching.